and girls. This video is for Friday, March 27th. It's been really great seeing you on Zoom each day. If you haven't been able to come to Zoom every day, it helps you out if you can come, and we usually work on math and we go over a little of the reading activities. So make sure every day when you come to Zoom you bring your math book and your lap book for Sarah Plain and Tall. So we're getting close to the end of Sarah Plain and Tall, but we are on chapter 8. Now in this chapter there's a storm and Sarah's chickens are in danger. So you're going to read about that. But in our lap book, we're writing about a problem, but that's not the problem I want you to write about. I want you to think about, let me show you the lap book, where we are. We should have, I think, everything glued on now. And the problem we're going to be talking about is the thing that Caleb is really worried about through the whole book. And you're going to write that problem right here. And if you think about it, Caleb really wants his dad to get married and so he can have a mom. So the thing he's worried about isn't the chickens or the dunes or the sea, but he's really worried about Sarah. Is Sarah going to stay? Is she going to marry Papa and be his mom? So I would think that that is more of the problem when you talk about the problem of the whole story. There's lots of little things that happen along the way, but I think that the main problem would be, is Sarah going to stay? I'm kind of telling you the answer right now. So maybe you can write that down. And then at the end, we're going to find the solution. Does she stay? Does she leave? What happens? Now, I hope that you're writing down your reading time every time you read Sarah Plain and Tall. Every time you do those Scholastic projects where you listen to the book and look at the book, you can count that all as your reading time. Or if you read books on your own, you can count that. So try to have your parents figure out what you've read during the week and write that down and send me a picture of their reading every Thursday or Friday. Because Mrs. Moore is going to be doing drawings for drawing tickets on Friday afternoons at 3:30. So that means I need your reading time probably by about noon Friday if I'm going to get those tickets in there. If you send it later, I might be able to get it in, or I might be able to get it in the next week. If you haven't made your 50 hours, that's okay, because we just had our 40-hour goal, but you need to keep reading so I can put those stickers on the chart and you can keep going towards the 50-hour goal, because there's going to be a big prize, there's going to be some prize at the end for 50 hours. Okay? Now, if you remember yesterday, I told you for 2 days we were going to be working on the computers with our math. So today, again, you're going to either go to accelerated math or freckle math and do either a practice or an exercise or a test on accelerated math, or you're going to go on freckle math and work for how long? 15 minutes. You get your choice on which you want to do today. Let's go ahead and talk about your Scholastic activity for the day. You're going to be learning about bones in the books you're reading. So you're going to use your little booklet, and this should be your last page in your booklet that looks like this. And you're going to be shown some skeletons of some animals, and there's going to be a word. You unscramble that word and write it here. So you're just going to number here. Today you don't even need to draw a picture. And then when you turn in your work, either today or Monday, make sure you're turning this whole little booklet. Now, I found a cute little cover, so next week when you get your Scholastic booklet, I'm going to have a cover that has a picture, so then I can say, get your booklet with this little picture. But this was my first time, so I didn't have the picture on the booklet, but go ahead and turn this whole booklet in. You should have 5 activities done. Okay, now I'm going to show you your handwriting assignment. When we do our tracing, you're going to, with a pencil, tilt your book and go ahead and trace it very carefully. Okay, that's to practice getting the flow. Let's talk about what this is that we're tracing. It says, most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love makes up for many of your faults. And that's found in 1 Peter 4:8. So at home right now, you might be getting frustrated with your brothers or sisters or family members. I mean, you love the family time, but maybe you're getting a little bit impatient with them. But it says that deep love makes up for many of your faults. So I know we all have our faults, but if we remember to love people, that will make up for some of those faults. Now, when we do our test, remember, you go to the back of your book and find a page that you like. And it can be any page that you like. Maybe you already colored one. You can use that one if you want. You tear it out. After you trace it, you're going to write this whole thing again right here. And make sure your name is at the bottom. You can color it if you want for extra credit. If you don't have time, you don't have to. Okay, so if you haven't finished writing out your animal report, remember, I'd like you to try to finish it by today, just in pencil. If you haven't done the pen, that's okay, but try to color it in. So each page, you want to be careful, write your answers, and color and cut it out. Okay, for spelling, this is going to be an extra credit activity. I want to give some of you a chance to catch up and get all your work done to turn in. But if you're already done, go ahead and do your word work for and ire. Now remember my little hint on doing the unscramble. Take the sound, or ire, and put that in first. So here, I would put IR, because I don't see an E, so I would put IR first. Let's do that. And then I would fool around with the L and G. L-I-R-G, lurg. Does that make sense? No. How about if I put the G in front? Girl. Does that make sense? Yes. So in order to do these unscrambles, if I put the sound first, it makes it easier. Here it's ire, and here it's ire. Now we know that it's not I-E-R because we have this hint up here. Okay? Now, we've done this before, so I think you can figure out what to do for the rest, but remember, this is going to be extra credit this week if you do it. Now, we've been talking about, for character counts, respect. So I have another activity, and this is also extra credit if you have time to do it. And if you don't have time, you can just watch me because I'm going to do a little demonstration for you that I think you'll think is fun. Okay, so we've been talking about respect, and if you noticed when I was giving my talk at the beginning, we have a poster in our room that says, respect God, respect others, respect yourself. And if you do those three things, just about every rule you've ever heard is in those three things. So if you're respecting God, that means that you're not disrespecting his name or things like that. If you're respecting others, that's where it comes in a lot at school, how you treat other people and at home. And then you might say, what does it mean to respect yourself? Well, respecting yourself means that you're doing your best. If you're doing your best on your work, then you're respecting yourself to be the best person that you can be. So anyway, I gave you a bookmark that you can color if you would like extra credit that says, show respect for everyone, love your Christian brothers and sisters, fear God. And that talks about respecting all those people I just said. Now, if you'd rather than color this, make your own bookmark, you can either do it on the back or you can get your own bookmark and you can write respect and make your own picture. Either of those will get you extra credit. Now I'm going to do a little demonstration of respect for you. Can you hold on a second? I'm going to sprinkle some pepper in the water. And what the pepper represents is all the people around you. A lot of times, how you get along with people is determined by how you treat them, how you respect them, how you speak to them. Our words are very powerful, either for good or bad. So it's important to learn positive and respectful ways to speak to others and to act towards others. This soap represents unkind or hurtful language. Look what happened. It chased everybody away. People don't want to be friends with people if they're being unkind. Now this is sugar. It represents kind words and being sweet to each other. Let's see what happens. The pepper was drawn to the sweetness. When we're respectful to other people, it causes them to be drawn to us, and they want to be our friend. Now for your optional recess activity. Maybe you could get with your family and cook or bake something. You can do this like the Hahn family did for dessert day today, or you can do it sometime over the weekend. But if you do, make sure to send me a picture. Last order of business is Mrs. Joe is sending home your recorder. She's sending home a paper, and these are some things that you can do in your spare time to do your music, because we haven't really been able to do the music. And so if you look at Mrs. Joe's paper, she'll tell you some ways that you can practice your recorder, and you might want to go in the other room to do this so you won't bug everybody who's trying to do their homework, or go outside and practice on the porch or something. But you're going to get to practice your recorder and do a little bit of music from Mrs. Joe. That's all for today. Have a great weekend. Bye.